still the king and I, a top MC. I'm here to wax and tax the incoherent mass. I'm here to wax and tax the incoherent.
If you're wanting to start a business, the first thing you should do is come up with an idea. And when coming up with an idea, formulate the idea. Come up with what the product or service is that you're going to want to sell, and then go out and visit with people about the idea. When you're visiting with individuals about the idea, get a sense as to whether people would want to buy your product or service. And then the second piece to that is, if you're going to start a business, network. Go into the community and visit with associations that are industry specific to what your idea is. Don't be afraid. If you're going to be a business owner, don't be afraid to visit with other entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs you're going to find are very helpful. They will always open the doors for you, and they also may know someone else that could get you in sooner than what you could have gotten in if you just tried it on your own. And then the last piece of advice and the last thing that I would share, that if you're going to open a business, is seek out resources in your community. Whether they be, we're fortunate here in the city of Austin to have the Small Business Development Program. In every community of our country, there are resources available to help small businesses start and also to expand and to thrive. Resources, there's a lot of resources that are available. Resources are available on the local level, either with the Small Business Administration. Here in Austin, it's the City of Austin Small Business Development Program. But there's also numerous nonprofits, government agencies that provide resources to small business at low cost, again, at no cost. Additional resources could come in the form of databases, market research that you can get through either universities or public libraries. As you're looking for resources, industry-specific resources are available. You can find those either in libraries or with universities. Here in Austin, the University of Texas has industry-specific information at the Perry Castaneda Library. They do. There's a business resource section at the university that has market research that's available from any idea that you could possibly have. A couple of things that you can do to make sure that your idea is sound. First is visiting with friends and just saying, hey, what do you think of this idea? If I had this product or service, would you purchase it? Would you consider buying it? Checking with family as well. In addition to seeking out advice or asking your family and friends whether your idea is sound or not, it's also seeking out coaches, business development coaches that may be in your area that can help whether at low cost or at no cost to you. What I find most in entrepreneurs is the mistake they make is that they love their idea and they think their idea is just foolproof. Because it's their idea, they think, okay, how could anybody not want this idea or not want to buy this product or service? But there are some ideas that, even though they may sound like they're good ideas, they really aren't good ideas. And the market is not going to, people in the market are not going to buy that product or service. So I always caution entrepreneurs when we're visiting with them to go do your market research. Go check to see whether there are other businesses like theirs that have already been around for a year or so, to make sure that that business will sustain itself after a year, and learn from the mistakes they've made, lessons learned, learn from the successes they've had, and maybe model their business to include some of those successes, but then also make it unique to what their idea is. Yes, funding is available for a new business. However, it's challenging to access that funding. When it's a new business, most traditional lenders will not lend to a new business because there's no history of the business. What I would recommend is that you seek out community lenders, organizations that lend to businesses that are in the new startup phase. They're willing to take that risk with that business and grow with that business with the lending capacity. Another way to finance your new small business is by going and asking family and friends to invest. But that could be kind of awkward, and if you're not real comfortable in going to family and friends for funding, crowdfunding. There's a lot of websites now available to individuals that are looking to start a business that they make a sales pitch, if you will, to the crowdfunding audience, and then they raise the money, and the money then goes to the business, to the entrepreneur or to that business to be able to be seed money. In every community, there are business plan competition and fast pitch competitions. And in those competitions, you pitch your idea to a group of individuals at And the award can be anywhere from, we've seen in this community, anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. And that's not a loan, that's just funding. In funding your business, we get asked a lot, are there grants available? And actually, yes, there are grants available, and you can search for grants under the Small Business Administration website. And what you're going to find is grants that are available, but they're very specific to either educational type of grants or medical type of grants or grants related to scientific research. And that usually doesn't apply to every new small business. So we tell business owners, yes, they're available. However, if they're not within that type of arena, then the answer is no. Best piece of advice is do not reinvent the wheel. Every idea is a new idea, but it's a new idea based on something that either is not in the market that should be, or someone else isn't doing it as best as you think they should be doing it. And so don't reinvent the wheel, and learn lessons from that business that currently exists and model yours to be unique, but at least have that framework to begin with. Another piece of advice is that every idea is a good idea. Never want to make an individual feel like their idea isn't a good idea, but learn from other business owners that have gone down that path of the idea that you're coming up with, and learn from them. Reach out to them, speak to them, see what lessons can be learned from that. There's a lot of do's and don'ts in the industry that you're looking to be in, that business owners that are currently in that industry can shed some light on. They can help you with that. Don't be afraid to seek out and ask for help. Another good advice for an entrepreneur is to network. It's not only what you know, but there's a lot of truth in who you know. Get out in the community and visit with other individuals that are in the same industry. And you may be cautious and not want to share your idea because your idea is a new idea. But you may want to visit with them and get some more specifics about how to maneuver within the industry, how to work with vendors in the industry, because they can share some lessons, and they have the best advice when it comes to working in the industry. My name is Vicky Valdez, and I manage a small business development program for the City of Austin.